So I know I don't typically talk about games besides Warframe, but I think that I have a pretty unique and interesting topic to talk about today that I'm sure Warframe, Monster Hunter, and gaming in general fans will be interested in. And as I'm sure you guys can assume off the title, I'll be talking about the languages in Monster Hunter. Not the voice acting, like in English and Japanese or whatever, but the actual in-game language of Monster Hunter. Yes, apparently all those grunts and weird noises that we've been hearing over the years, particularly in the early games before we got voice actors and real languages, actually mean something. An English teacher who's fluent in both Japanese and English, who goes by an alias Sheepwife1 or Mufa Melody, has been going through every past Monster Hunter game and using a combination of English and Japanese to decode what certain words mean in the Monster Hunter world. Most of the Monster Hunter language that isn't grunts is some sort of combination between English sounds and Japanese words, or shortened or slightly altered Japanese words. This revelation has led the Sheepwife to decoding around 400 different words that have been used throughout the Monster Hunter universe. Also, I'm not entirely sure if Sheepwife is a guy or girl, so I've just been calling him a him, because I assume women just don't play Monster Hunter. That's a joke. I know women that play Monster Hunter. I'm just being funny, guys, so chill out, all my woman hunters in the comments below. I'm joking. I love you so much. I apologize if I'm incorrect about that, Sheepwife. If you're actually a girl, I do apologize. I'm just going by a guy because it's easier, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'll link their Reddit thread so you guys can look into what they've discovered more. But I'm going to talk about a general overview of what has been figured out, and then probably have some fun trying to speak the language if you guys are interested. By the way, Monster Hunter language is actually a voice option in the newer games, so if you want to switch your game audio to it, you can, and play through the game just listening to the language spoken in the world, which I think is just an awesome option, and it really just adds to like the world building of the Monster Hunter universe. So good job to Capcom for that. Anyway, let's move on. Games Radar, in my personal opinion, makes absolute donkey doo-doo articles most of the time. But I mean, what gaming journal doesn't make terrible articles constantly? Like, you're honestly going to sit here and try to tell me that IGN makes good articles or accurate, consistent ratings? I don't think so. Anyway, Austin Wood from Games Radar wrote an article called "Now Rushing to Finish Before Capcom Releases Monster Hunter Wilds, one hunter has spent 5 years and over 2,000 hours decoding the series' Monster Hunter language." And it was a genuinely very interesting article. So Austin Wood, you should take your talents elsewhere, and good job on the article, my dude. Anyway, after reading this article, I went and researched exactly what Sheepwife was actually discovering, and it was honestly just very interesting. First off, they actually discovered several different languages within the Monster Hunter universe, with these languages being West Islander, Guild Standard, Inlander, Coastal, and South Islander. West Islander is spoken in the Yukimo, Kamaru, and Poki villages. Guild Standard is spoken by essentially every guild member in every game. Hunters and guild members have to have a standard language to communicate around the world, so that's why Guild Standard is important and likely what your character speaks in most games, besides for the story games. Inlander is spoken by the people of Burna in the Monster Hunter Generation games. I've actually never played the older Generation games, so I'm missing out there. I really do want to get to play them sometime. I've only played most of the newer games, unfortunately. Coastal language is what you hear in the greatest game ever created, Monster Hunter Tri. My first Monster Hunter game, and I genuinely love Monster Hunter Tri. It's probably my favorite game of all time. I love that game. God bless Monster Hunter Tri. Thank you for putting me on it. If Sheepwife can teach me about how to understand my favorite villagers, I'm going to go absolutely crazy and start recording videos in only Coastal Monster Hunter language. All of you guys are going to have to learn it too. Anyway, South Islander is mainly spoken in the first Monster Hunter Stories game. That's pretty much a summary of all the languages that Sheepwife has discovered so far. Keep an eye out on our language expert here as well, because he said he's planning to release YouTube videos on how to pronounce certain words here soon after the mega document is released, which is about 51 pages of word definitions and pronunciations. But the point of writing this, he has yet to release any of that. Maybe I'll release a 2-hour long video reading everything they released and try and pronounce every single word when that does eventually come out. You guys already know how I butchered Warframe words, so this could be fun. In fact, I just butchered the word butcher, so that wasn't on purpose. That was just like a funny way I read the script. I'm actually just so good at this YouTube stuff. Like and subscribe, guys. According to a post made by Mufa Melody, or Sheepwife, on Reddit on October 8th, 2024, the Monster Hunter language is created by Capcom by taking Japanese, translating it into some mystery language, and phonetically transferring it back into Japanese. The problem with figuring out Monster Hunter language is that we don't always know what the mystery language they decide to use is, and that they sometimes use different mystery languages for different games. For example, in World, it's believed that the mystery language was probably English. We don't know for sure, but it's probably English, while Capcom has told us that French was used in Monster Hunter Generations X. Then it's impossible to easily decipher any Monster Hunter language, and if we know the language it was created in, because we don't have access to the algorithm, and we have no idea how it creates words with whatever language they might choose to use. If Capcom would release this algorithm, and then we would, we could almost completely decode everything said in Monster Hunter language. Like, literally. We just would need the algorithm to know what the mystery language is. Something that Sheepwife points out, which I also think is important to point out, is that the Monster Hunter languages aren't a language that was built from the ground up like Klingon was, for example. But it is instead just a language that's created from other languages that already existed in an algorithm putting words together. So it's essentially a lot less complex of a process and less thought out as well, creating some further issues with the translation process. However, even though it is incredibly difficult to translate without knowing the specific algorithm, Sheepwife has managed to translate an extremely large part of the language so far. Now, since we don't have the final major documents yet, I don't know everything they've discovered, and what I've talked about so far is a pretty good summary of what they've already released. If you guys want me to make a follow-up video for when they release everything, just let me know. So, since I've pretty much covered where we're at on the translating the language thing, I think it'd be fun to try and say some of the words that Sheepwife has already found the meaning of, such as dashi, which apparently means thank you, or yura is believed to mean I understand. Okay, I picked two of the easier ones to say, so now I'll pick some harder ones so I can butcher them for you guys, and you guys can laugh or whatever you want to do, you assholes out there. Mayoshi means goodbye, and this word appears very Japanese to me, which means it also appears very difficult for me to say. So we can go ahead and assume I said it wrong. Another hard one is Emiktimira, which means nice to meet you. Anyway, I'll go ahead and show you guys the word list that we do have right now. It's not as long as the final word list we're going to get here in a few days or weeks or whatever, but I will show you what Sheepwife has posted so you guys can nerd out and talk to fellow hunters in the game accurate language. But yeah, that's basically all I have on this topic. It was really fun to look into, and I can't wait for the full documents to be released. As a huge fan of Monster Hunter, this is incredibly interesting and honestly pretty awesome. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, check out my new membership offers. I recently got into a pretty bad car wreck, and while everybody is okay, thankfully, thank God for that, my car is totaled and I need to purchase a new one. So I decided to create a membership thing to try and make some extra bucks. Don't feel like you have to subscribe or anything. If you've watched this far into the video, you've literally already helped me a lot. And I mean actually financially, not just support wise, but financially watching this far and watching the ads is helpful. So I really do appreciate it. I just want to plug in the membership e-bag just a little tiny bit because I am trying to get back on my feet because I can't go to school, can't work if I don't have a car. So it's a tough situation to be in. Anyway, the membership has early access to videos, which will start once I actually get some members. I'm not going to, start doing early access to 0 people. Join a new Warframe clan, which I'm in the process of creating. I put a poll up to vote on the name of the Warframe clan, and once we get the name picked out with the poll on my community tab right now, I'm going to go ahead and make the clan. It's a brand new clan, so if you join, don't expect any, a bunch of cool stuff. We're building from the ground up. But I will say the early people that join will probably be promoted to higher ranks. Tell me with this setup, and then if it ever gets really big, then you're going to be a high rank in a cool clan. But if it fails completely, then I guess fuck you. we're fucked. Anyway, I also put some emojis, Warframe based emojis, in there as well, and then I will also give shout outs at the end of videos. But thank you all so much for the support and for watching the video. Let me know what you thought. Also, wait, and one last thing about the memberships, I do want to make a private member only Discord. But first off, we need to actually have more than 0 members for that to be a thing. And I would also need someone to help me set it up, so that's just something I'm putting out there. If anyone's good with Discord, let me know. But anyway, stay blessed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Also, let me know if you want more Monster Hunter videos. I love the game and would enjoy making more videos about the series if you guys would enjoy it too. But yeah, peace out, guys. Stay blessed, stay happy, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching all the way through. I do appreciate it.